Nope. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Ham Shack TV. Boy, it's a late night. It's 9:52 p.m. on a Friday night, December the 6th. And we are going to do something really special once a year. I already talked about it on Ham Shack TV, but we are somewhere special. I've driven 50 miles, about an hour, to come up here and hang out. And it's cold, by the way. It's only 20-something degrees here. But you ready to see where we're at?
CQ, Skywarn Recognition Day. CQ, Skywarn Recognition Day. This is WX4MRX. WX4MRX calling CQ.
Welcome to the National Weather Service in Morristown, Tennessee. Now that's probably a little blown out to where you can't see it. But we got some weather instruments there. If it'll focus, there we go. And then you can see there in the light, the big golf ball. That is the WSR 88 Delta. That is the Doppler radar. So anyway, this is a Skywarn Recognition Day event. We're going to go in and check everything out.
CQ, Skywarn Recognition Day. CQ, Skywarn Recognition Day. This is WX4MRX. WX4MRX calling CQ.
CQ. WX4MRX. WX4MRX. Skywarn Recognition Day calling CQ and bye.
That's one where WX4MRX. Acknowledging Kilo Delta 4 Mike Romeo Sierra, WX4MRX. Good evening. It's 26 degrees and clear skies here in Morristown. How goes it? Goes well. Things maybe it's a little cool in northwest Raleigh County in the Prospect area. Showing 22.2.
We're using FT8800. So you got your radio B here, you got your radio A here, and you got your radio C here. These are all dual band 2-meter 440s. And so this is on an antenna focused in Chattanooga, down here, and in this general vicinity. Then you got the radio A in the center, which is focused around Knoxville. And then you got radio C, which is focused around Tri-Cities. So as the weather goes from west to east, the radios go from west to east. So, that's the concept. But you pretty much, and they're all on different antennas. You've got the A radio, that's District 5 one right now. You got the 220, but it's down. You got the dual band on the B, which is this first radio.
They're in UBI now.
And then you got the radio C antenna down here. That's geared towards Tri-Cities.
Like he was calling.
Yep. Station calling. This is WX4MRX. Go ahead.
Hey, it's Scott here in Charleston, up Morristown, Raleigh County.
All right, Scott, good to hear you there. Thanks for checking in. What's the weather in your neck of the woods? Over.
You want my weather in my weather channel voice or in
Well, somebody's filming right now, so give it in your professional weather channel voice.
Spies ready? Here we go. Hourly in our area, 24 degrees. Well, south-southwest at 2 to 3 miles per hour. And our postal condition. Exceptionally cold. Bye, ready for each other.
That's awesome. You have it down pat. You sound exactly like the voice on NOAA Weather Radio. I'm impressed.
A tall craft advisory in effect for the following area. Coming up, let's check our local guide. But correct, let's look our local Doppler radar. Looking extra quiet.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's great. Oh, man. Can you give me your call one more time just to make sure I got it right?
Hello, Charlie. 3 Quebec, Victor, India. Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec, Victor, India.
All right, got you in there, Scott. Thanks. And yeah, you got a career in professional robot voice acting if you ever get the call for it. Patients that wish to make a contact, anyone, anywhere. WX4 MRX, stand by.
It is. And WX4 MRN KA3 WY.
Oh, it's Tim. Good evening, Tim. How you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, doing pretty good. What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? It's 50, or no, I wish it were 50. It's 26 degrees, 53% humidity, clear and cold.
It was how it's radio. That's looking off the butthole. I don't know. I'm sitting here in a garage. There's voice in a truck off the last time I went outside, it was just a little dilly. But so late and beautiful night. Yeah. You're
This is WX4 MRX, Whiskey X-Ray 4, Mike Romeo X-Ray, calling.
Yeah, good evening to your, yes, good evening to you, Tim KA3WY, you sound good.
Hey, thanks Tim, good to hear from you. Yeah, we're about 25 degrees here at the National Weather Service. Appreciate you giving us a contact this evening. And come back to me again, and I'll give you a signal report.
Okay, well, very good. Yeah, you're down in the noise a little bit. I had to turn it up a little bit in order to hear you. I actually went out to work this morning, and I was letting the dog out, and I looked and found out that the short end of my Carolina window was sitting on the ground. So, that may be the reason that I don't have a good signal. But I am going to switch over to the NFED, see if that makes any difference at all.
Well, very good. Sounds like the Carolina window went south, but I had you about S9, and you were 5.9 all the way, good and readable, and good and clear.
Hello, CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey X-Ray 4, Mike Romeo X-Ray, National Weather Service, Morristown, Tennessee. Calling CQ for Skywarn Recognition Day. Whiskey X-Ray 4, Mike Romeo X-Ray, calling CQ, National Weather Service.
Bravo 0, call.
I hear a Whiskey Bravo 0. Did I copy Whiskey Bravo 0 Golf X-Ray Charlie? Again, I couldn't copy. You're right at the noise floor.
Whiskey Bravo 0, call. X-Ray Delta.
Okay, I copy you that time. Whiskey Bravo 0 Golf X-Ray Delta. This is Whiskey X-Ray 4, Mike Romeo X-Ray. We are the National Weather Service in Morristown, Tennessee. This is the Skywarn Recognition Day event. If I could get a report from you, where you're calling from and the weather conditions in your area. Over.
Director. That's part of Omaha, Nebraska. Crappy. Zero.
Hi, Roger. Okay, I've got you at about a 4 by 5 or so. Conditions here in Morristown, Tennessee, which is on the eastern side of the state between Bristol and Knoxville. We have 18 degrees and mostly clear skies with very light breeze. Over. Well, Roger, appreciate you calling back there. We got you in the log, and appreciate you being there. 73, and hope to work you again later down the log.
Okay. My name is Greg Williams. I am the District 5 Coordinator for Skywarn in East Tennessee under the Morristown Weather Service Office.
And I'm Dale Knight, District 6 Skywarn Coordinator out of the Morristown National Weather Service. My call sign is AB4DK. So how long we been doing Skywarn Recognition Day, Greg?
Well, this is the 25th year, and I was participating in it back in 1999. I was here at the Weather Service office for the first one, and been doing it almost every year with a few exceptions since its inception. What about you?
My first year was like 2013 when I reacquired my amateur radio license. I was a young kid with what they call it, what the first CW, well, I done forgot. Was the first license you got? You only get it as a technician. You had to do 5 words a minute code.
Novice.
A novice. So I got my novice license when I was 16 and let it expire. And then my son got interested, and I got back in it in 2013. And a couple of years later, I had got my extra. But I got involved when Ed Bradley, W4VGI, and Hugh Warner, I can't remember Hugh's call sign, but it was an interesting thing to get back and started with. And in fact, this radio is Ed Bradley's. That's W4VGI's Kenwood radio that he always had here. So Ed's kind of here with us again this year in spirit.
Exactly. He was the glue that held a lot of it together. So
Yep.
Definitely miss him and miss his leadership and his guidance. I got invited by Rocky.
Yep.
Rocky Begner, K8DRB. He's Silent King. He was coordinator for Skywarn back in mid to late 90s. And then, like I said, came out here and did a lot of contacts and had a lot of fun, stayed out. Stayed out through the overnight hours since I'm a night owl by nature, and really did pretty well. We did pretty well that year, and just one of those things that I enjoy doing. It's not a contest. It's not something that we have to go out there and try and bang out contact after contact. It's just to get to know you. It's a goodwill event, and it's not anything that has a lot of restrictions. You can get on HF, you can get on 2 meters, you can get on the repeaters, you can get on DMR, you can get on WindLink, APRS, pretty much any mode that you can think of.
6 meter, 2 meter, 440, even
Exactly.
through 80 meters.
Hell, you can do 160 meters if you got
Find somebody out there.
got a long enough wire. But yeah, it's been a great event. It's one of my favorite ones to do. That and Field Day, I think, were the 2 big ones. And I look forward to this one every year. I consider this a winter Field Day.
Pretty much. I remember probably the best year we've had in recent years was in 2016, WX4MRX. We finished number 9th in the nation.
Oh, wow.
We had, in the top 10, we had over 330 some contacts, 35 states, and maybe 30 different National Weather Service stations that we made contact with. So
Yeah.
It's been good. This year we've already made contact with California and Montana already on 20 meters, but many more contacts hopefully to go. We'll see where it lays out this year.
Yeah, I've been doing VHF and UHF contacts through repeaters since I got here. So, but there was one repeater that's on All-Star. So I did talk to a station in Texas, and he said it was a balmy 44 degrees with light rain, and here it's 20 43 degrees and clear, and I'm jealous of the 44 degrees and rain. So hopefully it starts to warm up, but probably not through tonight. I think we're going to be down into the teens at this rate.
It'll be pretty cool in the morning, but
Yeah.
I really like Skywarn Recognition Day because it is a means of way of recognizing all the Skywarn spotters across the nation, across Tennessee and other states for their contributions to the National Weather Service, and kind of a 24-hour period waited out like a storm and making contacts and things of that nature. But it's the Skywarn community is a big community across the United States.
And yeah, I like I said, I like it because it's not a contest. It's just a kind of a goodwill outreach program, raise awareness, and several of the stations I've talked to tonight kind of educated them on where to find Skywarn here in East Tennessee, and how to get their Skywarn certification. So it's a good education opportunity as well. And a lot of people have expressed appreciation for all that we do and our hard work. And we can't do Skywarn if it isn't for the spotters. I mean, we're only half of the equation. The spotters out there, the people that in the ham radio community, they are the ones that give us the information that we pass along. So it's a symbiotic relationship. We gotta do it hand in hand. The spotters, trained or otherwise, they give us the reports and we take it and we facilitate it to the Weather Service office. So we can't do it without the spotters, and this is one good way to recognize them as well as the program in general.
They are the boots on the ground,
Exactly.
so to speak. And in 2020, the National Weather Service opened up the possibility of being spotters that are non-amateur radio operators. Social media began to get bigger, so they've integrated that, and people report through social media what they see weather-wise, and that's another grown into another big community, a broader audience, more people involved, more eyes seeing the weather and reporting the situations where they are. It's helped it grow, and of course they've got a Skywarn Recognition Day Facebook page. It's really big and popular. With a lot of information that's going on through this event, and during the regular year, when it's non-recognition day, there's still lots of activity going on that Facebook page as well. So I think we cover 8 time zones across the country, in Canada, maybe across the world. It's a pretty big deal being able to get information to the meteorologists and the weather stations of what's happening out there on the ground.
Yeah, and it's not just ham radio. I mean, ham radio is probably one of the biggest contributors to the Skywarn program, but Skywarn spotters are not just ham radio operators. It can be first responders. It can be everybody. Anybody and everybody. It could be teachers, could be students, could be firefighters, could be police officers, could be principals, could be preachers at a church, could be the congregation of a church. It's a community program. It's not just a ham radio program. So if anybody wants to get their Skywarn spotter training, they don't have to be a ham. They just have to be interested in the weather, interested in learning about what to look for and how to tell when the weather's getting bad and when to go for cover and get to shelter. So it's valuable information for everybody, not just a ham radio thing.
No. And the classes, the next round of training classes and opportunities will be coming up in the spring of this year. So it'll be a good time if you've not ever been to one or you need to update. It'd be good to get in on a in-person class. Of course, you can do the online course that they've got on the National Morristown's NWS website, but I recommend doing an in-person class. You get so much more information from the experience of the meteorologist that's teaching the classes. So,
yeah, and get your certification renewed at least every couple of years is preferred, just so that you're up to date, because things do change. When I first got my spotter certification, I think dime-sized hail was the severe category. Then it became nickel-sized hail, and now it's quarter-sized hail. And I guess in about 10 more years, it'll be half-dollar-sized hail will be the severe, and baseball-sized hail will be nothing. So, but yeah, everything does get updated, and so take it at least every couple of years, just as, if anything, just as a refresher, and that would that's optimal. But if you can't do it, then you can't do it. But definitely get your certification, and if anything, it'll help you to recognize what's coming and how to tell when severe weather is approaching.